For me, I'd say disc golf is a hobby. I think it is a sport for some. They have tournaments, they even like eventually crown like a national champion, of disc golf every year. I think they're in some giant tournament. So I'm not that competitive. I mainly just use it as a hobby for my free time. I'd say about 4 years ago, I had a friend that just invited me to come check it out, and I didn't know really what to think, so I just went for it, and all of a sudden it was lots of fun. I loved it, and we started going. A group of us started going like several times a week once we figured out we liked it at first, and so I like it because you get to experience the outdoors, which is nice, but it doesn't take as much practice or technicality as golf does, and so the learning curve is a lot. You can learn a lot faster, and so that was really nice. And I found that I was pretty decent at it right away, and so I always like things that I can be competitive at. I think one of the cool things about it is that you don't have to be like a big athlete to play. There are several different ways to throw the disc, and all of them kind of takes a little different technique. And so I had a friend a few years ago that was probably the least athletic guy you could ever imagine, and he could throw it way farther than I could just because he mastered a certain technique. And so I think that's appealing to some people for sure. So Innova is the company that most of my discs are made by, and they rank every disc on a scale of 1 to 13 based on how far it goes. And so this one, for example, is my putter, and it's a 2 right there at the beginning, which it indicates it's for short range. I actually lost my driver last time I was out. I threw it in the woods and couldn't find it, so I can't show it to you right now. But the higher ones get up to 12 and 13, and that shows you they're designed to go further. And so so in my bag I like to have kind of a range of ones that I think this is like an 8. So it's my mid-range disc, a variety of discs that will go different distances, so that depending on where you are, you can kind of decide which one you want to throw. I had never really heard of it probably 5 years ago, but now I've got quite a few friends that play, and I think it's just depends on the region and the quality of the course around. The course that I started playing on in Texas was one of my favorites. It was really fun, and so I like that one a lot. The one here in Morgantown is very hilly, so I feel like I go hiking whenever I play, and I get worn out, and so it kind of leaves motivation lacking to go play. But I would say overall, it is a kind of new trendy sport for some to play. The best thing for a beginner would be to maybe go to someplace like Dick's Sporting Goods or Walmart and just buy a starter pack of a few discs. You can probably do that for $10-15 to get 2 or 3 cheap ones, and gives you a chance to just try it out. If you have a friend that has some discs and is letting you to borrow, that's even better, I guess. But basically it's just one of those things that you just got to get out there and try it, and that I think the people will fall in love with pretty quick.